Good evening, everybody. Richard Hudson here. Time I came on and did another live. I'm normally reporting from my mobile office, otherwise known as my car. I thought tonight I'll do one at home and just give you a few tips on what I do for my sort of marketing planner. I've just started another 30-day run and a real focused effort on my marketing activity. So I just thought I'd show you a couple of things that I do. You never know if it helps somebody else. So I'll just wait a minute or two if anybody comes on. Be great if we can get some likes or hearts below and give some support. So I'd appreciate that if anybody comes on. Hi Bernie, how are you? Hope you're well. Look forward to catching up with you soon. So hope you've had a good day. As I say, I'm just going to give people a few tips around my approach to a 30-day sprint or marketing plan, and I'm just going to give you a few thoughts. It's not rocket science. I think what's really important is, you have some tools, and whether they're online or offline, you're using tools to help you grow your business. So the obvious one, which believe it or not everybody uses, is just a simple diary. I've got a week-by-week planner. I use and I break into 3 sections: a morning section, an afternoon section, and an evening section. In my case, I tend to do a lot more in the evenings than at weekends, so I tend to put a bigger section for those. And there I'll write down all the key tasks I'm going to be focused on and people I've contacted. And then the second key thing I've got, which is basically everybody I've ever spoken to. I've got another book, an A4 book, that I use for that as well, and I use the 2 things in tandem. I think it's really important you keep a list, especially if you're working on the fly. I have tried to keep it in my mobile phone and keep the details in there, and there are various customer relations management tools that you can get, or apps. I've tried those. It can be a bit cumbersome when you're trying to do multiple activities, multitasking. Hi Nathan, thanks for joining us. So I've gone back to tried and trusted systems of using paper, but then what I tend to do, I'll add it to my Excel spreadsheet list, and also if I get email addresses, I'll add it into my marketing system as well, which I'm also operating in the background. But tonight I'll just talk about my offline stuff that I'm doing. So as I say, I tend to use a diary which has got a full week's view on it, and then I'll use a book to capture all the lists. Now, the other key thing that I'm using, I've just set up a new one. You probably won't be able to read it, which is a simple sheet, paper sheet. And the reason I keep it paper is I can slip it in and out of my diary. I can look at it, and I've got a list of all 30 days down the left-hand column, and then across the top I've got Facebook activities, YouTube activities, Instagram activities, blog, training, and other email marketing that I'm doing as well. You can put whatever you want across there. The really important thing that you do there is before you start your 30-day sprint, and I'll come back to that in a minute, why that's important, you've got to put, based on when you're available to work your business, especially if you're not full-time, when you're going to do certain activities. How many times you're going to post on Facebook a day? How many times you're going to do a Facebook Live, for example, or upload it to YouTube? If you've got a Facebook page, you're going to post on that Facebook page. How many times you're going to post on Instagram? How many times you're going to add people? How many are you going to add, for example? So that's the sort of thing I do. I think the real power of that is you've got something you haven't got to think about. You can go, right, what's my plan? You look at your plan, and it's telling you straight away, I need to do that. You don't need to think about it. You can just get on and do it. And I think you can waste a lot of time, just trying to think, what am I doing today? And you can end up being like a rudderless ship, just going backwards and forwards, flitting from one thing to another. And as we all know, anybody who's been involved with sort of online marketing for any length of time will know that there's so many things you can do. You've got to really focus on a few key areas and become real specialist in there. The reason I'm doing the 30-day challenge in this situation is, again, it helps you target and focus. Thanks for the likes, guys. Hi Nat, how are you doing? Hi Neve. The reason why I'm doing the 30-day challenge is because, again, it's focusing your mind, it's giving you a target date in the future that you're aiming for, and it's amazing what you can achieve. You have a little simple, weekly planner like this, or monthly planner in my case, and it keeps you on the straight and narrow. You know what you're doing. Now, we all get bumps in the road, but you just pick up your plan again and you keep working it. If you have to have a break in the middle of it, so what, it doesn't matter. But you'll be amazed when you tot it up at the end and you actually not put your target for how much you're going to do on each day, and actually record as you're going through the week what you've achieved. And I think it's actually quite a useful tool as well for giving yourself a boost, because you sometimes forget what you've done and who you've spoken to, and actually how much progress you're making. So it is a really brilliant tool. And there's quite a few people who use this method, and I just wanted to come on and talk about it today. So the 3 things I'm working, as I say, I've got my diary, my full week view, and obviously it was brilliant, and these really cheap diaries, I only got it from a pound shop, believe it or not, £1 for this. You got a full year planner, and you can photocopy that and you put it on your wall, etc. So plenty of planning stuff. And then I just keep an extra book for all the list of all the people I've spoken to in the day, or I've made inquiries, whether that's directly through Messenger, or I've had an email. And as I say, I do then transfer that. I find it's useful to have the paper base because it's so easy and flexible. I'm probably a bit long in the tooth now. It's easy to use the paper, and then I transfer it onto my spreadsheet or into my email marketing system, and then I can do I use other tools then to do follow-ups, and that's something I'll talk about in another video. So hopefully you've got something out of what I've just come on briefly to have a chat about. As I say, simple spreadsheet, 15 minutes to set it up if you've got a laptop. Just put down the key things you're going to focus on. Don't try and do everything. Pick 3 or 4 key areas, especially around social media. Either you're going to focus on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Are you going to have a blog? You might want to put that you're doing some training every day. I watch 30 minutes of YouTube videos every day, learning new tips and techniques on doing things, especially if I'm trying to learn something new for the next thing I'm trying to put in place. So hopefully that's useful. Thanks very much for all the likes. Please like my video when I upload it onto Facebook, and look out for me. My page is Richard Solutions, and look forward to catching up with you again soon. Thanks for everybody being online. Speak soon.